Exciting Wild West League matchup. Tonight, it's going to be the 1-2 Gresham GreyWolves taking on the league-leading 4-1 Portland Gherkins. Gresham's coming off a close loss to the Wild Bills last weekend, while the Gherkins haven't seen Wild West League action in a couple of weeks, last beating the Rosebuds 2-0 in a shutout. Once again, I'm Mike Checks, working alongside John, Abby, Jack, Gary, and a host of others to help bring you all of tonight's action. Let's get to the starting lineups for the Gresham GreyWolves. Batting first, number 16, the center fielder, Garrett Moen. Batting second, number 8, the third baseman, Ethan Stacy. Playing left field and batting third tonight, number 25, Jackson Woodhouse. Your extra hitter batting fourth tonight, number 35, Cade Christ. Christ will be followed by number 18, Zach Hart, the first baseman. Number 15, Max Richards, the catcher. Chase Elliott, the second baseman. Nick Ilian, the designated hitter. Derek Seneker, the shortstop. And batting 10th, the right fielder, Andrew Granz. On the mound tonight for the Gherkins, number 27, Dalton Renee. And we are about to get action underway here from the Wild West League. Stepping up to the plate first, the center fielder, number 16, Garrett Moen.
Coming to play for the Gresham GreyWolves, it's number 16, Garrett Moen.
86 degrees at game time, wind blowing slightly out of the west. Wind and the first pitch of the game on the way. Moen shows bunt, pulls it back, but a called strike one to get us underway. Renee winds, the 0-1 pitch on the way, swung on and bounced it over to the first base side, recovered the toss to Renee, and that's one away for the GreyWolves. 3-1 the put out. That'll bring up third baseman Ethan Stacy. Stacy batting .333 on the season so far. Steps in from the right side, taps home plate. Renee looks in, winds, delivers. Catches the outside part of the plate for a strike. 0-1. Renee winds and pitch on the way. This time a grounder over to the shortstop. Stevens recovers. Long throw to first and not in time. Stacy beats it out for a base hit. So a one-out single for the GreyWolves. That'll bring up left fielder Jackson Woodhouse.
Left fielder number 25, Jackson Woodhouse.
Woodhouse takes a practice swing, steps in. Stacy only about a step or two off of first. Renee looks over, winds, deals. That pitch fouled off to the left side, 0-1. Renee takes a look over at Stacy at first, looks back to home plate. He delivers. Stacy taking off for second. The throw going to be a little bit late and wide. Backing up on the play was Stevens. So a stolen base for Ethan Stacy. That'll put a runner on scoring position early for the GreyWolves. Woodhouse steps back in with a 1-1 count. Stacy a short lead off the second. Pitch to the plate, fouled off down the left field side. Count goes to 1-2. Shadows working their way across the outfield. A majority of the outfield covered in shadows. Renee takes a look in. Looks back at second. Wind and the 1-2 pitch on the way. Low and outside, ball 2. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Gresham looking to strike early here. Runner on at second, one away. Wind and the 2-2 pitch on the way. That gets away from the catcher. Runner takes off for third, and Stacy will be safe at third. No throw. Probably go down as a wild pitch. So Stacy finds himself on at third base now. Stole second, advanced to third on the wild pitch. And Jackson Woodhouse now steps in with a 3-2 count. Renee looks in, deals. Inside and gets away from the catcher again. Stacy hanging out at third, and Woodhouse draws a walk.
GreyWolves, it's extra hitter number 35, Cade Christ.
So with runners on the corner and one away, extra hitter Cade Christ to the plate for Gresham. Chris steps in from the left-hand side. Got a chance to do some damage here for Gresham. Renee takes a look in, gets his sign from Ware. Snap throw over to first base. Woodhouse back safely. Renee comes set. And the first pitch to Christ swung on and looped into shallow right field. Catch is made. Tagging up is Stacy, and Stacy comes in to score. So make that a sacrifice fly for Cade Christ. Flew out to Matt Bergevin out in right field. So 2 away. Woodhouse had to stay at first on the play. That'll bring up first baseman Zach Hart. Wind in the first pitch to Hart. Fouled off the catcher. Strike one. So Gresham's put one across early. They've got a runner at first and 2 out. Renee with a throw over to first, and diving back to the bag is Woodhouse safely. Renee looks into his catcher, Ware gets the sign, delivers. Pop fly out to center field. Shallow, could be trouble. Coming in, though, the center fielder, Maven, and he makes the catch for out number 3. That'll be 1 run on 1 hit, no errors, and 1 runner left. We move on to the bottom of the first. It's the GreyWolves 1. Gherkins coming up.
Do you know the signs of stroke? Remember the acronym, Be Fast. B is for balance if you can't stand. E is for eyes if things are blurry. And F is for face if you got a little sag. And A is for arm if it starts to drag. S is for speech if you slur what you say. Call 911 and call right away. T is for time, and the time is now. Be fast. B-E-F-A-S-T. Sing along at ohsu.edu/BeFast.
At Adventist Health Portland, we're partnering with OHSU to give our patients access to more specialists and more advanced care in more places than ever. Together, we can do so much more.
Where'd you get that shirt? Dude, I got it from the Portland Pickles.
Portland Pickles? Where can I get that?
I got mine online. Some people also get it at the merch stand at the games.
What kind of stuff do they sell there?
Dude, they got shirts, hats, hoodies, jerseys, socks, stickers.
That's sick. I'm gonna have to pick some up.
Hey, you definitely should.
Catch every new Portland Pickles and Wild Wild West League merch drop at pickleshop.com.
All right, fans, welcome back to the Wild Wild West League action. Gherkins coming to the plate here in the bottom of the first inning. They are going to send Jacob Maben, Adam Stevens, and Derek Maben to the plate to start this one off. GreyWolves getting one in the top of the first inning, courtesy of a sacrifice fly. Gherkins going to see if they can answer here in the bottom of the first. Jaden Williamson on the mound for the GreyWolves, and his first pitch high and tight on Jacob Maben, ball one. Maben batting .231 to start the season for the Gherkins. Wide and the 1-0 pitch on the way. Also a bit inside, ball two. 2 balls and no strikes. Maben batting from the left-hand side, wide and the 2-0 pitch on the way. Just a bit high, ball 3. 3 balls and no strikes. Maben would definitely be happy to take a leadoff walk. Here's the 3-0 pitch on the way. Just catches the outside part of the plate for a strike. 3-1. Williamson steps off for a second. Steps back on the mound. Maben steps back in. Wide and the 3-1 pitch on the way. Swung on and a bouncer right back to Williamson. Underhand toss to Hart at first and 1 away. Put out goes 1-3. Nice play there by Williamson. Came right back to him off the mound, gloved it nicely, and trotted halfway over to first base before underhanding it to Hart. 1 down for the Gherkins as shortstop Adam Stevens comes to the plate. Wide in the first pitch to him. High for a ball, ball 1. Stevens playing shortstop tonight for the Gherkins. Looks at the 1-0 pitch and hits that to right field, and that is through for a base hit. Take a slow round there at first base and start off his evening with a single.
Designated hitter number 11, Derek Maben.
That'll bring up designated hitter number 11, Derek Maben. Maben batting .231 so far this year. Twirls his bat and steps in. Williamson now operating with a runner on first. He winds and delivers. A little inside for a ball, ball 1. Stevens a couple steps off of first base. Oh, and that pitch hit him. Maben got hit, looked like on the left forearm. He's going to head down to first base, and that'll send Adam Stevens down to second on the hit batter. So, runners on first and second. 1 away. That's going to bring up the right fielder, number 21, Matt Bergevin. Bergevin's been having a nice season so far. Couple home runs already. Comes up here with a chance to do some damage for the Gherkins. First pitch, low and in the dirt, ball 1. Williamson having a little bit of trouble finding the strike zone early on. Still getting settled in. Looks in at Richards. Back at second, winds and deals. Bouncer over to third base, and that's going to be foul.
At the plate for the Gherkins.
1-1 on the Gherkins right fielder. Bergevin already in double digits in RBIs on the season, looking to add to that total right here. Williamson's wide and the 1-1 pitch on the way. Swung on and fouled at the plate. 1-2. Healthy cut at that pitch by Bergevin. Stevens takes his lead off the second. Maben to lead at first. Williamson delivers. That one fouled back on the right side. Runners were going on that pitch. So the count stays at 1-2. One ball and 2 strikes the count. Wind and the 1-2 pitch on the way. That is fouled off on the right-hand side. So Bergevin's fouled off a few so far this at-bat. Steps back in. The count still 1-2. Williamson looks back at second. Winds, delivers. Outside, ball 2. 2-2. So our home plate umpire tonight is actually Gherkins pitcher Mickey Thompson. Mickey Thompson calling balls and strikes this evening, and intern Ben out as the infield umpire. Wind and the pitch on the way. Again swung off. That one hits the tone pole on the right side. 5 foul balls so far this at bat for Bergevin. 2-2 count. Stevens on at second. Maben takes his lead from first. Williamson comes set. And he steps off. Looks Stevens back to second base. Stevens wasn't straying too far from the base. Seneker started to creep in behind him, but there was no throw. Williamson now with the 2-2 pitch on the way. Runners go. Throw down to second. Looks, and he's going to be safe, so a double steal by the Gherkins. Adam Stevens down to third. And Derek Maben with a steal of second. Pitch was outside, so now we've got ourselves a full count. So 2 runners now in scoring position for Bergevin, who's staring at a full count now. And that is low and inside. The bases have now been walked loaded. Bergevin at first, Maben at second, Stevens on at third, and that's going to bring up third baseman Justin Herzog. Herzog batting 143 on the season. Steps up here with the bases loaded and 1 out. Wind and the first pitch on the way. Inside, ball 1. So again, Jaden having a little bit of control problems here in the first inning. Finds himself in a bit of a jam. Bases juiced. And the 1-0 count to Herzog. Wind and the pitch on the way. That one's in there for a strike. 1-1. Wind and the 1-1 pitch on the way. Oh, big swing and a miss. Strike 2. 1-2 on the Gherkins third baseman. Sitting on the right-hand side. Williamson really doesn't have to worry about the runners right now, as there's 1 at every base. Finally comes set. Wind and the 1-2 pitch on the way. Outside, ball 2. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Infield looking for a double play. Going to try and get out of this inning unscathed. Wind and the 2-2 on the way, and that is lined down the right field line. Foul. Herzog keeps himself alive, 2-2. Jaden's pitch count getting up there here in the first. He winds and delivers. That was pitch number 23. That was outside for ball 3. Full count, 1 out, bases loaded. Nowhere to put Justin Herzog. Williamson walking a tightrope right now. He comes set. Wind and the 3-2 pitch on the way. Swung on and missed. He got him, strike 3. Second out of the inning for the Portland Gherkins.
Extra hitter number 24, Kane Kianis.
That's going to bring up Gherkins' extra hitter, Kane Kianis. We got a mound visit right now for the GreyWolves. Williamson able to get a big strikeout right there. Stevens still on at third. Derek Maben hanging out at second base, and Matt Bergevin over at first. Prime opportunity for the Gherkins to do some damage. Mickey Thompson coming out to break up the meeting. Richards now coming back to take his place behind home plate. And Kane Kiana steps in from the left side. Again, bases loaded, 2 outs here, bottom of the first. Wind and the pitch on the way. High and tight for a ball. Ball 1. Wind and the 1-0 pitch on the way. Swung on and a bouncer to the shortstop. Fields over to second, and that is an out. Nice play. Zeneker to Elliott, and that retires the side. No runs, 1 hit, no errors, and 3 runners left on base. We move to the top of the second. GreyWolves 1, Gherkins nothing.
Iceland and Portland both love vodka and flexing their weird muscles. I said weird muscles, not beard muscles. Down, boys. There we go. Good beard.
Great color vodka.
What makes Wickles pickles so sinfully satisfying? We source only the finest ingredients, including a custom blend of spices that's been a family secret for over 90 years. So when you're ready to get wicked, pick up a jar of defiantly wholesome Wickles. Wickedly delicious.
At Adventist Health Portland, we're partnering with OHSU to give our patients access to more specialists and more advanced care in more places than ever. Together, we can do so much more.
Welcome back to Walker Stadium, fans. We've got ourselves a beautiful night for a ball game, and the GreyWolves with a 1-0 lead as we move on to the top of the second inning. Max Richards, the catcher, going to step in.
Come to play for the GreyWolves, number 15, Max Richards.
Dalton Renee back out on the mound for a second inning of work. He winds and brings the first pitch to the plate. Inside, ball 1. Renee doesn't waste much time, comes set, wind in the 1-0 pitch. That catches the inside part of the plate for a strike, 1-1. He winds and delivers. Big swing and a miss by Max. Count goes to 1-2. Richards batting .500 so far this season. 1-2 the count. Renee winds and deals. Got him looking, strike 3. First strikeout of the afternoon for Dalton Renee. And that one looking. So with 1 away, that's going to bring up GreyWolves second baseman, number 10, Chase Elliott. Chase, right-handed batter, stands in. As Renee comes to the plate, swung on, and that hit to center field. Maben comes in a few steps, settles under it, and that is 2 away for the Grey Wolves.
Next up for the Grey Wolves, all the way from Australia, it's shortstop number 17, Nick Illian.
Number 17, Nick Illian comes to the plate. He is the designated hitter for the Grey Wolves this evening. Winding the pitch on the way. A little bit low, ball 1. Renee winds and brings the 1-0 to the plate. That knocked to right field. Bergevin giving chase, and that is going to be a foul ball. Had a chance at it, went into a slide and in and out of his glove in foul territory. Did give it a heck of a run, though. So that'll make the count 1-1 on Nick. Nick also batting .500 early on in this season for the Grey Wolves. Grey Wolves have got some good averages up and down their lineup, Nick being one of them. So Renee looks in, brings the 1-1 pitch to the plate. A little low, ball 2, 2-1. Renee winds and deals. Check swing, yep, he went around, 2-2. Nick tried to hold up his swing, but just couldn't. Nice pitch by Dalton. And he brings the 2-2 to the plate. Just a little bit low, ball 3. Count now full on the designated hitter. Nick twirls the bat around, and Dalton brings the 3-2 pitch to the plate. Ball 4. Going to be a 2-out walk.
Next up for the Grey Wolves, number 12, Derek.
That's going to bring up the shortstop, number 12, Derek Seneker. Renee was hoping to get out of the inning 1-2-3 and got close. We'll see what he can do here with Seneker at the plate. And throw over to first base, and Nick back sliding in safely. Derek looks in. He delivers. Runner going. Nick got a good jump, and that is going to find its way past the second baseman. Throw was a little bit late, and again, Stevens backing up on the play, but another stolen base. Second one tonight so far for the Grey Wolves. Shadows now covering pretty much 95% of the field. Renee looks in, gets his sign. 1-0 pitch on the way. Swung on and bounced to the third base side, but that is foul. That'll even up the count at 1-1. It is Halloween redo night here at Walker Stadium. Just had some Ghostbusters clips played. Renee steps off. Seneker steps back in. Renee calls for time, wants Lucas Ware, his catcher, to come out and have a conversation. The runner now on second base, wanting to make sure they are on the same page as far as signals go. And quick powwow. Lucas settles back in behind home plate. Nick strays off a second base. Dalton looks back. Wind, and the 1-1 pitch on the way. That is outside and gets by Lucas, and that is going to send Nick down to third base. Another wild pitch. So the Grey Wolves 2 stolen bases, and we're able to advance 2 runners on wild pitches. Runner in scoring position, 2 outs, wind, and the 2-1 pitch on the way. In there for a strike, strike 2. Seneker looking at a 2-2 count, wind, and the pitch on the way. Swung on and fouled off at the plate. Count remains 2-2. Mickey Thompson looks pretty comfortable there behind home plate. Doing a good job calling balls and strikes this evening. Rene looks in, wind, and the 2-2 pitch on the way. And that hit him. Hit him right in the shoulder. Seneker turned away. It wasn't enough. He took that off the left shoulder. So that's going to put him on at first with a walk.
Next up for the GreyWolves, it's right fielder number 20, Andrew Gherkins.
So right fielder Andrew Gherkins coming to the plate now. 2 away and runners on the corners. GreyWolves with a 1-0 lead early on as we play here in the top of the second. Seneker a lead from first, wind and the pitch on the way. A little high and inside, ball 1. Well, Rene almost was out of the inning, but 3-2 walk and then a hit batter, and now facing runners on the corners. That pitch over for a strike, 1-1. Derek 2 steps off of first base. Wind and the pitch on the way. Inside, ball 2. 2-1 the count. Gren's patient at the plate right now. And a chance to extend the GreyWolves lead. Quick throw over to first base. Derek slides back safely. Dalton looks in, gets his sign. Wind, and the 2-1 pitch on the way. Swung on and hit up the middle, and that is going to be through for a base hit. That's going to bring home Nick Illen for another run. Seneker advances to second base, and Andrew Gherkins with an RBI single. That is going to put Gresham up 2-0. That's going to roll over the lineup, so Garrett Moen back to the plate for his second appearance tonight. Garrett grounded out to the first baseman leading off the first inning. He stands in now with runners on first and second and 2 outs. Rene's first pitch up the middle, and that is going to be in for a base hit just over Stevens' head. They're going to wave Seneker in, and he will score. So a 2-out RBI single now for Garrett Moen. The GreyWolves got it going here in the top of the second inning. So Seneker comes around to score on the single. Gren's into second base. And GreyWolves are rallying right now. Ethan Stacy now standing in with runners on first and second. First pitch to him on its way. Low and inside, ball 1. Stacy singled in his first plate appearance. Ended up coming around to score on the sacrifice fly by Cade Christ. Wind and the pitch on the way, fouled off at the plate. Count goes to 1-1. Stacy steps in on the right side. 2 runs in so far for the GreyWolves. Wind and the 1-1 pitch on the way. A little high and outside, ball 2. 2 balls and 1 strike. Rene looks in. Throw back to second base, and sliding back safely is Andrew Ghrens. Ghrens on at second, Moen on at first. Stacy at the plate with a 2-1 count. Renee looks back at second and delivers. Swung on and a bounce to the first base side. Underhand toss to the pitcher covering, and that will retire the side. But the GreyWolves come away with 2 runs on 2 base hits, no errors, and they leave a pair. We move to the bottom of the second inning. GreyWolves 3, Gherkins nothing.
Where'd you get that shirt? Dude, I got it from the Portland Pickles.
Portland Pickles? Where can I get that?
I got mine online. Some people also get it at the merch stand at the games.
What kind of stuff do they sell there?
Dude, they got shirts, hats, hoodies, jerseys, socks, stickers.
That's sick. I'm gonna have to pick some up.
Hey, you definitely should.
Catch every new Portland Pickles and Wild Wild West League merch drop at pickleshop.com.
All right, fans, welcome back to Walker Stadium as we move on here to the bottom of the second inning. GreyWolves up 3-0 on the Gherkins. The Papa Gherks playing in Walla Walla tonight, and they are up 1-0 in the top of the third.
Second baseman, Colby Grace.
Colby Grace, the second baseman, stands in. Colby with a .333 average so far this season. Williamson winds and delivers, and that's fouled off to the right-hand side for a strike. Grace, right-handed batter, steps in, wind, and the 0-1 pitch on the way. A little bit low for a ball. Ball 1. Williamson walked a tightrope in the first inning. Bases were loaded and only 1 out, and was able to escape unscathed as he brings the 1-1 pitch to the plate. That is inside for a ball. Ball 2. 2-1 on the Gherkins second baseman. Colby wearing number 50. Stands in, taps home plate, twirls the bat. Williamson brings in the 2-1, swung on and fouled at the plate. Evens up the count, 2-2. As the sun sets, the entire field now covered in shadows, save for a small patch in foul territory on the third base side. Pitch there, line to the second baseman, fielded cleanly over to Doughton at first, Hart at first. 1 up, 1 down for the GreyWolves here in the bottom of the second.
Next up for the Gherkins, it's number 13, Caden Doughton.
First baseman Caden Doughton now to the plate for the Gherkins. He'll look at Williamson's first pitch. Outside, ball 1. Williamson with a lot of movement on that pitch, just moved it way outside. Looks in and delivers the 1-0. That one's in the dirt for a ball, ball 2. Base is clean, 1 away. Jaden goes into his wind, and the 2-0 pitch on the way. Low and outside, ball 3. 3 balls and no strikes.
Boom! Big reveal. I'm a pickle.
Richard takes a couple steps out behind home plate, throws his ball back to his pitcher, now returns. Williamson looks in. The 3-0 pitch on the way, and that one fouled off on the right-hand side. Back behind the berm there. 3-1 now the count. Jaden looks in, winds, delivers. No! Catches the inside corner for a strike. I thought that was ball 4, as did Caden Doughton, but it was not. So now the count full. Wind and the 3-2 pitch on the way. Swung on and a dribbler back to Williamson. He fields it cleanly. Underhand tosses to Hart at first for the second out. 1-3 the put out on that one.
Next up for the Gherkins, it's number 6, Sean Alvarado.
That's going to bring up left fielder Sean Alvarado. Alvarado, a left-handed batter wearing number 6. Comes to the plate with 2 outs here in the bottom of the second. And the first pitch, inside, ball 1. Jaden looks in, winds, delivers. Fouled off at home plate, leaving up the count 1-1. Looked like that pitch might have been in the dirt. Sean tried to hold up but couldn't and just fouled it off his bat there. Wind and the 1-1 pitch on the way. That is well outside. Ball 2. 2 balls and 1 strike.
Let's go, Gherkins! Let's go, Gherkins! Let's go, Gherkins!
Crowd starting to make a little bit of noise here.
Gherkins! Halloween baseball! Let's go, Gherkins! Let's go, Gherkins!
Jaden steps off the rubber, and then Sean steps back out of the batter's box. Both of them ready now. Wind and the 2-1 pitch on the way. Swung on and fouled off on the left-hand side.
That one was personal, Jeremiah. That was right to you.
Evens the count at 2-2. Williamson, after having a huge struggle in the first inning, may be able to go 1-2-3 here in the second. Currently has Alvarado at a 2-2 count. He winds, delivers. Swung on and a bouncer up the middle, and that is going to get through for a base hit. Alvarado with a single. Takes a wide turn at first and then retreats. So 1 on and 2 outs for the Gherkins, and that's going to bring up their catcher, number 2, Lucas Ware. Williamson climbs back up on the rubber, takes a look over at Hart at first. Winds, delivers. Catches the outside part of the plate for a strike, 0-1. Alvarado, standard lead off of first base. Williamson looks over at him, looks in at his catcher, gets a sign, comes to the plate, and that again to the shortstop. That one, though, fielded by Seneker and over to Elliott. And that will be out number 3. No runs, 1 hit, no errors, and 1 runner left on. We move to the top of the third inning. Still 3-0 GreyWolves.
Do you know the signs of stroke? Remember the acronym, be fast. B is for balance if you can't stand. E is for eyes if things are blurry. And F is for face if you got a little sag. And A is for arm if it starts to drag. S is for speech if you slur what you say. Call 911 and call right away. T is for time and the time is now. Be fast. B-E-F-A-S-T. Sing along at ohsu.edu/befast.
What What makes Wickles pickles so sinfully satisfying? We source only the finest ingredients, including a custom blend of spices that's been a family secret for over 90 years. So when you're ready to get wicked, pick up a jar of defiantly wholesome Wickles. Wickedly delicious.
Iceland and Portland both love vodka and flexing their weird muscles. I said weird muscles, not beard muscles. Down, boys. There we go. Good beard.
Welcome back, friends. We move on to the top of the third inning. Gresham GreyWolves leading 3-0. Dalton Renee out for a third inning of work. Renee's gone through a number of pitches so far this evening. Given up 3 so far, still looking for his first 1-2-3 inning here. Got close last inning.
We got a new batter in the game for your Gresham GreyWolves, number 22 from Wenatchee, Ben Lead.
So Ben Lead gonna pinch hit here for Jackson Woodhouse. Wide, and the first pitch to him, hit to the shortstop. Stevens has it over to Doughton, but not in time. So Lead with a leadoff single.
Coming to the plate for the GreyWolves, your extra hitter, number 35, Cade Chris.
So leadoff single for the GreyWolves, and that's going to bring up extra hitter Cade Christ. All right, so it looks like that was actually ruled an error on the shortstop. E6 on that. So not a hit. It was an error on the shortstop. Wine, the first pitch to Christ. Inside for a ball. Ball 1. Stevens did bobble the field of that play before getting the throw over to Doughton, so E6. Wind and the 1-0 pitch on the way. That one's outside. Ball 2. 2 balls and no strikes. Christ with a sacrifice fly back in the first inning, driving in the first of the GreyWolves runs. Ben with the lead at first. Throw over there, gets him back sliding in safely. Renee laboring this evening. Runner on first, nobody out. Wind and the 2-0 pitch. Just a little high and inside. Ball 3. 3 balls and no strikes. Christ can do some damage. Wind and the pitch on the way. Right down the heart of the plate for a strike. 3-1. Lead 2 steps off of first. Renee comes set. 3-1 pitch. Ball 4. So an error and a walk. Put 2 on and nobody out for first baseman Zach Hart. Hart flew out to Maben to end the first inning. Steps in from the right side with 2 on and nobody out. Renee deals. That one is lifted to center field. Maben takes a couple steps over, fields it cleanly, and gets it back in. So Hart flies out to center field again.
Next up for the GreyWolves.
And Renee really thankful to get that first out of the evening, or first out of the inning. That'll bring up Max Richards. Richard struck out looking, leading off the second inning. Only strikeout so far for Dalton Renee. Renee stands tall on the mound, looks back at second base, delivers. Inside, ball one. Renee's control, a little all over the place this afternoon. Looks back at second base. Winds, the 1-0 pitch on the way, and that hits him. So Richards will take a base. Another hit batter.
Coming to play for the GreyWolves, or GreyWolves, as Jeremiah told me to say. We have number 10, Chase Elliott.
So without the benefit of the hit, GreyWolves now find themselves with the bases loaded here. And one out in the top of the third inning. They scored one in the first, two in the second. They are primed to score three here in the third. Chase Elliott to the plate. First pitch to Elliott, catches the outside part of the plate for a strike. 0-1. Ben Lead on at third, Cade Christ at second, and Max Richards on at first. 0-1 pitch on the way. Catches the low part of the strike zone. 0-2. Chase didn't really seem like he cared too much for that call, but doesn't have much of a say in the matter. As Renee brings the 0-2 to the plate. Low and outside, ball one. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Elliott flew out to Mabin back in the second. Renee comes set, deals. Line to the shortstop, caught and doubled off a second base. Unassisted double play. Chris caught sleeping, and a great play by Stevens. That one 6 unassisted, and Renee gets out of the inning without surrendering a run. No runs, no hits, 1 error, and 3 left on. We move to the bottom of the third. GreyWolves 3, Gherkins nothing.
Do you know the signs of stroke? Remember the acronym, be fast. B is for balance if you can't stand. E is for eyes if things are blurry. And F is for face if you got a little sag. And A is for arm if it starts to drag. S is for speech if you slur what you say. Call 911 and call right away. T is for time and the time is now. Be fast. B-E-F-A-S-T. Sing along at ohsu.edu/befast.
At Adventist Health Portland, we're partnering with OHSU to give our patients access to more specialists and more advanced care in more places than ever. Together, we can do so much more.
Makes Wickles pickles so sinfully satisfying, we source only the finest ingredients, including a custom blend of spices that's been a family secret for over 90 years. So when you're ready to get wicked, pick up a jar of defiantly wholesome Wickles. Wickedly delicious.
All right, we are back here at Walker Stadium, moving on to the bottom of the third. Gresham GreyWolves leading the Portland Gherkins 3-0. And Jacob Mabin coming to the plate for his second appearance of the evening. Grounded out to the pitcher his first time up back in the first inning. Jaden Williamson back on the mound for another inning of work. Winds and deals. That line to the second baseman, Elliott. Couple steps to his right, able to snag that. Out number 1. Nice play by Elliott. 1 pitch, 1 away for Williamson. Shortstop Adam Stevens now to the plate. Stevens with a single in his first plate appearance this evening. Looks at the first pitch and hammers that to center field. And a great play by Moen out in center field. Looked like it was going to be over his head, but he just keeps tracking that and tracking that and tracking that. Manages to make the catch a few steps in front of the warning track. 2 away now for the Gherkins. Stevens gave that one a ride. Winding the pitch on the way to Maben, and that's to the second baseman, and there we go, 4-3, Elliott to Hart. 3 pitches, 3 outs for Williamson, and you could not ask for an easier inning. No runs, no hits, no errors, and hardly any pitches. We move on to the top of the 4th inning. GreyWolves 3, Gherkins nothing.
Where'd you get that shirt?
Dude, I got it from the Portland Pickles.
Portland Pickles. Where can I get that?
I got mine online. Some people also get it at the merch tent at the games.
What kind of stuff do they sell there?
Dude, they got shirts, hats, hoodies, jerseys, socks, stickers.
That's sick. I'm gonna have to pick some up.
Hey, you definitely should.
Catch every new Portland Pickles and Wild Wild West League merch drop at pickleshop.com.
At Adventist Health Portland, we're partnering with OHSU to give our patients access to more specialists and more advanced care in more places than ever. Together, we can do so much more.
What makes Wickles Pickles so sinfully satisfying? We source only the finest ingredients, including a custom blend of spices that's been a family secret for over 90 years. So when you're ready to get wicked, pick up a jar of defiantly wholesome Wickles. Wickedly delicious.
Iceland and Portland both love vodka and flexing their weird muscles. I said weird muscles, not beard muscles. Down, boys. There we go. Good beard.
Grape color vodka.
All right, fans, we are back here at Walker Stadium as we move on to the top of the 4th, and we have a new pitcher for the Gherkins, number 31, Bryant Rayburn. Dalton Renee goes 3 innings, gives up 3 runs on 3 hits, all of those runs earned. He walked 5, 3 base on balls and 2 hit batters, and struck out 1. So Bryant Rayburn now on to work the 4th. He looks in, and his first pitch shows bunt, laid down perfectly in front of home plate. Great play by Lucas Ware. Fires down to Doughton at first, and Nick is retired. Score that one 2-3. Great play by Lucas Ware. So, for those of you paying super close attention, we have seen 4 pitches and 4 outs here, dating back to the 3-pitch last inning as Derek Seneker comes up to the plate. First pitch on the way, low and outside, ball 1. Seneker was hit by a pitch back in the 2nd inning, came around to score. As he looks at the 1-0 pitch. Outside, ball 2. 2 balls and no strikes. Bryant comes set, 2-0 pitch on the way. That gets the outside part of the plate for a strike, 2-1. Bryant looks in, delivers the 2-1, low and outside for a ball 3. 3 balls and 1 strike to the GreyWolves shortstop. Rayburn looks in, 3-1 on the way. He's living on the outside part of the plate there, and that one catches part of it. 3-2 now, count full. Seneker looking for something to hit here. Everything's been away. Wind and the 3-2 pitch on the way, swung on and popped foul. That one's coming back to us. And over the grandstand it must be. 3-2 the count. Rayburn looks in. He delivers. Outside, ball 4. So, Seneker with another walk, although this time he did not get plunked, which I'm sure he considers an upgrade. So he's back on first base with 1 out. And Andrew Gherkins, the right fielder, comes to the plate for his second at-bat. Singled back in the second. 1 for 1 on the afternoon. Drove in a run. Rayburn winds and delivers. Low and outside. Ball 1. Rayburn definitely coming across his body and his delivery. Everything off to the right-hand side of the plate. Stares in. Gets set. 1-0 pitch on the way. Again, low and outside. Nice stop by Lucas Ware. Keeps that in front of him. Seneker having to stay at first base. Count, though, now 2-0. Gren steps in. Rayburn stands tall, delivers, and that one hammered to center field. Maben going back. He's on the warning track and makes the catch. Derek Seneker has to return back to first base. Grens with a strong hit, but to the deepest part of the park and could not get it out. 2 away now here on top of the 4th inning. Well, flip the lineup over once again, and Garrett Moen to the plate for his 3rd appearance of the afternoon. 1 for 2 with a single and an RBI. Rayburn stares in, comes set, he delivers. That one inside, ball 1. Moen, a left-handed batter. All of those pitches going to be coming in on him from Rayburn. Seneker, a couple step lead off of first base. Rayburn doesn't even look at him. Wind and the pitch on the way. Low and in the dirt. Nice stop by Ware, and Seneker with a late jump but managed to get into second base. Ware couldn't find the handle on that, so another stolen base for the GreyWolves. I believe that's their 4th stolen base this afternoon. They've been running wild on the base paths here. So another runner on in scoring position now. 2-0 the count to Garrett Moen. Wind and the pitch on the way. Swung on, and that hit to left center field. And it's going to be Maben drifting over to make the catch, and that will retire the side. No runs, no hits, no errors, and 1 runner left on. We move to the bottom of the 4th. Still 3-0 GreyWolves.
Where'd you get that shirt? Dude, I got it from the Portland Pickles.
Portland Pickles? Where can I get that?
I got mine online. Some people also get it at the merch stand at the games.
What kind of stuff do they sell there?
Dude, they got shirts, hats, hoodies, jerseys, socks, stickers.
That's sick. I'm gonna have to pick some up.
Hey, you definitely should.
Catch every new Portland Pickles and Wild Wild West League merch drop at pickleshop.com.
At Adventist Health Portland, we're partnering with OHSU to give our patients access to more specialists and more advanced care in more places than ever. Together, we can do so much more.
What makes Wickles Pickles so sinfully satisfying? We source only the finest ingredients, including a custom blend of spices that's been a family secret for over 90 years. So when you're ready to get wicked, pick up a jar of defiantly wholesome Wickles. Wickedly delicious.
All right, fans, welcome back as we move on here into the bottom of the fourth at Walker Stadium. 3-0 our score. GreyWolves leading the Gherkins. Matt Bergevin going to start out leading off here, the fourth. Wine and the first pitch to him. Big swing and a miss by the right fielder. Jaden Williamson out for another inning's worth of work. Got through the last one about as easy as you possibly could, just giving up 3 pitches for 3 outs. Winds and delivers. Fouled off straight back by Bergevin. Count goes to 0-2. Bergevin drew a walk back in the first inning. I'm not 100% sure what is going on right now. All right, so can definitely say I haven't seen that before. We actually did have a streaker out on the left side of the field. I mean, I guess you could say he kind of half-assed it. He only took off his shirt, but, you know, it's Portland. What are you going to do? So a return to quasi-normalcy and an 0-2 pitch on the way to Bergevin. Low for a ball. Ball 1. Didn't miss the zone by much. You'll be thankful to know at home that the streaker has put his clothes back on now. Wind and the 1-2 pitch on the way. That fouled off on the right side. Count remains 1-2. You always got to wonder what the plan of the streaker is. Like, that one looked like he had no idea where he was going. Wide and the 1-2 pitch on the way. Low and outside, ball 2. I would figure if you get to the point where you're going to streak on the baseball field, you should probably have a plan as to what you're going to be doing. And that human, well, sadly did not. Wind and the 2-2 pitch on the way. Got him looking. Strike 3 called. Matt Bergevin going to have to take a seat after looking at strike 3. It was the second strikeout for Jaden Williamson this afternoon. And that'll bring up Justin Herzog, the only other strikeout victim of Williamson back in the first inning. Wind and the first pitch to him. Swung on and missed for strike 1. Williamson sort of cruising right now for Gresham. Wide and the 0-1 pitch on the way. Another swing and a miss by Herzog as the count goes to 0-2. Williamson doing a good job working both sides of the plate tonight. Gets his sign and the 0-2 on the way. That one a bit outside and high. Ball 1. 1-2. Herzog steps in, taps home plate, bounces the bat off of his back shoulder, wind, and the 1-2 on the way. Swung on and lifted foul down the third base line. Count stays at 1-2. Wind and the 1-2 pitch on the way, swung on and missed, strike 3. Herzog, a strikeout victim again. Third strikeout for Jaden Williamson, 2 in a row, and Jaden really does seem locked in right now. Walked a bit of a tightrope in the first inning and then gave up 1 hit in the second. Hasn't surrendered anything since then. As he brings the first pitch into Kane Kianis at a strike. 0-1. Kianis grounded out. 6-4 his first time up. As he takes a look at strike 2, 0-2. Nice bender by Jaden there. Wind and the 0-2 pitch on the way. Just inside, ball 1. 1 ball and 2 strikes the count. Jaden winds and delivers, low and outside. Gets away from Richards off to the right side. Count now evens up at 2-2. Gherkins looking to get a little bit of a rally going here. Wind and the 2-2 pitch on the way. Swung on and missed. Strike 3. Jaden Williamson, have yourself an afternoon. 3 strikeouts in a row. And that'll set down the Gherkins. No runs, no hits, no errors, and no runners left on base. We will head to the top of the 5th. Still 3-0 Gresham.
Do you know the signs of stroke? Remember the acronym Be Fast. B is for balance if you can't stand. E is for eyes if things are blurry. And F is for face if you got a little sag. And A is for arm if it starts to drag. S is for speech if you slur what you say. Call 911 and call right away. T is for time and the time is now. Be fast. B-E-F-A-S-T. Sing along at ohsu.edu/BeFast.
Makes Wickles pickles so sinfully satisfying, we source only the finest ingredients, including a custom blend of spices that's been a family secret for over 90 years. So when you're ready to get wicked, pick up a jar of defiantly wholesome Wickles. Wickedly delicious.
Iceland and Portland both love vodka and flexing their weird muscles. I said weird muscles, not beard muscles. Down, boys. There we go. Good beard.
Great color vodka.
No worries. All right, fans, we are back. GreyWolves 3, Gherkins nothing, and Bryant Rayburn out on the mound again for the Gherkins. At the plate, third baseman Ethan Stacy. Line in the first pitch to Stacy. A little bit outside, ball 1. Rayburn had a fairly easy 4th inning as he's back out here to work the 5th. His second pitch outside for a ball 2. 2 balls and no strikes to Ethan Stacy. Bryant brings in the 2-0. Just catches the outside part of the plate. 2-1 now. Nice off-speed pitch that just caught the outside part of the plate. Stands tall, brings in the 2-1. Swung on in line, up the middle. That'll drop in for a base hit. So Ethan Stacy 2 for 3 on the afternoon with a pair of singles. Leadoff runner aboard. That'll bring Ben Lead to the plate. Lead took over for Jackson Woodhouse in left field back in the 3rd inning. A pinch hit. Managed to reach base safely on an error by Stevens. Couldn't find the handle there at shortstop. His first at bat against Rayburn. Wind and the pitch on the way. Off the plate outside, ball 1. Gresham putting across 1 in the first inning, 2 in the second, and nothing since then. Gherkins have yet to plate a runner tonight. As Rayburn looks in, gets his sign, wind, and the 1-0 pitch on the way. Bouncer down the third base side, foul. It'll even up the count on the GreyWolves left fielder, 1-1. Ethan Stacy jogs back to first base. And it looks like Ben may need to go get, Ben may need to go get himself a new bat. Looking for a new bat. Apparently not any old bat will do, though. Grabs himself a new piece of lumber and is jogging back out to home plate. Count even on him at 1-1. Ethan Stacy on at first base. Nobody out here in the top of the 5th inning. Sun is set behind the trees here at Walker Stadium, burning off to be a beautiful evening here. So Ben back in at the plate. Bryant comes set. Wind and the 1-1 pitch on the way. Catches the outside part of the plate for a strike. 1-2. Again, Rayburn seems to be content living on the edges of the plate right now. Worked out well for him so far. Lead steps back in. Rayburn looks in at Lucas. He delivers. Low for a ball. Ball 2. 2-2 the count. Rayburn looking for a punch out here if he can get it. Wind and the 2-2 pitch on the way. Swung on, and that pitch skied to left field, but foul out on the berm. Count stays at 2-2. Lead gave that one a ride, but hooked it foul. Steps off to the side of the batter's box, takes a practice cut. Steps back in. Another practice swing. Bryant comes set. His 2-2 pitch on the way, swung on and fouled at home plate. Count remains 2-2. Lead burning through some of Rayburn's pitches right now. Halloween night here at Walker Stadium, and you can see some of the costumes on display. Bryant ready. 2-2 pitch on the way. Bounced foul. So Stacy going to again return to first base. He's made the trip down to second a few times this at-bat. Had to come back every single time. Two and two remains the count. Rayburn, this should be his 7th pitch of the at-bat. Comes set, delivers the 2-2 again. Swung on and popped to the right side in foul territory. That's going to get out into the seating area. Count remains 2-2. Nice little battle here going on between Bryant Rayburn and Ben Lead. Stacy with a lead at first. Does have a stolen base already tonight. Wind and the 2-2 pitch on the way. Reaches out and catches that over to the shortstop, who fires over to Doughton at first. Fielder's choice. Stacy will advance to second on the play, but Ben Lead goes down 6-4 on the fielder's choice, or 6-3 on the fielder's choice. So runner on second now, one away. Extra hitter Cade Chris to the plate. Cade with a sacrifice fly in the first inning and a walk back in the third. Wine of the pitch to him down the third base line, fielded cleanly by Herzog, over to Doughton. Oh, who couldn't find the handle on the play. Ethan Stacy going to get over to third. Chris going to be safe at first, E3. A great snag by Herzog over at third. Fired across the diamond to Doughton. Doughton just couldn't find the handle, squirted out of his glove. And that allowed Chris to cruise in safely. So runners at the corners, one out. Zach Hart, the first baseman, to the plate. Rayburn deals. Outside, ball one. Seems to have been the story for the Gherkins all evening, dealing with opposing base runners. GreyWolves have done their fair share of leaving them on, too. One in the first, two in the second, three in the third, and one in the fourth. That pitch catches the inside corner for a strike. 1-1 on Zach Hart. Runners get their lead. Stacy about a step off a third. Chris one or two steps off a first, and that pitch lined into left field, and that's going to get down, or right field, that's going to get down for a base hit. That is going to bring Stacy in to score. Chris to second, and Zach Hart with an RBI single. 4-0 now, GreyWolves with the lead. So with two runners on, Max Richards, the catcher, to the plate. Richards struck out looking back in the second, was hit by a pitch in the third. Rayburn comes set, winds, delivers, bunt being shown. Pitch a little bit high and outside, ball one. 1-0 the count. Richards batting from the left side. Chance for Gresham to really blow this one open. Pitch on the way, swing and a miss. Strike one. Pitch was low and in the dirt. Still got a swing and a miss out of it for 1-1. Rayburn takes a look back at second base. Looks in at Lucas. Brings the 1-1 to the plate. Low and outside. Ball two. 2 balls, 1 strike. Richard steps back in. Hart with his lead at first base. Wine and the pitch on the way. Swung on, and that's going to get through for a base hit on the left side. Alvarado fields it and gets it in, but that is going to load the bases once again for Gresham. Chris on at third. Zach Hart moves down to second base. Max Richards on at first. Base is juiced. Chase Elliott to the plate. Chase Elliott flew out to the center fielder's first time up and had the unfortunacy of lining into an unassisted double play back in the third. Chance to redeem himself here. Bryant Rayburn looks in, delivers. First pitch a little bit high, ball one. Rayburn's fourth inning was a cakewalk compared to this one right now. Bases loaded, 1 out, pitch on the way, low and outside, ball two. 2 balls and no strikes. Nice thing for Rayburn is really doesn't need to worry about any of the runners. No place for him to go. He comes set, wind, and the 2-0 pitch on the way. That one fouled off on the right-hand side, 2-1. Rayburn stares in, gets his sign from Lucas, comes set. 2-1 pitch on the way. Swung on and bounced to the third baseman. Going to go home for one. The relay, no relay. Lucas could have gone anywhere with that, didn't. Fielder's choice gets the out at home. Chris does not score, but Hart goes down to third. Max Richards scuttles on down to second base, and Chase Elliott finds himself on at first with a fielder's choice. Where it looked like he would have had enough time to fire down to Doughton at first, just kind of got caught up in the play and all of the runners. They did get the lead runner at the plate, though. Wine and the pitch on the way, swung on, and that is lifted to left center field. That one could be trouble. No! A beautiful diving catch by Maben out in left center. Absolutely robbing Nick of extra bases. What a play! What a play by Derek Maben. And that will bring a close to the top of the fifth inning. 1 run on three base hits, 1 error, and 3 runners left. We move on to the bottom of the fifth. 4-0 Gresham.
Where'd you get that shirt? Dude, I got it from the Portland Pickles.
Portland Pickles? Where can I get that?
I got mine online. Some people also get it at the merch stand at the games.
What kind of stuff do they sell there?
Dude, they got shirts, hats, hoodies, jerseys, socks, stickers.
That's sick. I'm going to have to pick some up.
Hey, you definitely should.
Catch every new Portland Pickles and Wild Wild West League merch drop at pickleshop.com.
Do you know the signs of stroke? Remember the acronym Be Fast. B is for balance if you can't stand. E is for eyes if things are blurry. And F is for face if you got a little sag. And A is for arm if it starts to drag. S is for speech if you slur what you say. Call 911 and call right away. T is for time and the time is now. Be fast. B-E-F-A-S-T. Sing along at ohsu.edu/BeFast.
All right, fans, we are back here at Walker Stadium, and the Gresham GreyWolves cruising right now. They find themselves up 4-0 as we move on to the bottom of the fifth inning. Score update from Walla Walla. Big Gherks, the Pickles, they're up 4-1 right now as they are playing in the top of the fifth inning. We have moved on to the bottom of the fifth here, and Colby Grace going to start us off. Wine and the pitch to him. That is lined into left field for a base hit. Good start for the Gherkins, whose offense has scuttled a little bit this evening. So Grace on at first base, and that's going to bring up first baseman Caden Doughton. Doughton grounded out to the pitcher back in the second inning. Runner on first, nobody out. It looks like we've got a pinch hitter. That is number 8, John Taylor. The pitch was fouled off for a strike. So number 8, John Taylor, stands in now. Up to pinch hit here in the fifth. Jaden Williamson comes in. Popped up on the infield. In foul territory, third baseman over. Stacy under it and makes the catch in foul territory. Out number 1. Colby returns to first base, and that's going to bring up Sean Alvarado. Left fielder is 1 for 1 on the day, singled back in the second inning. Cut down on a fielder's choice. Colby over at first. Kobe gets his lead. Wine and the pitch on the way. Outside, ball 1. Alvarado steps out and steps back in. Williamson looks in, gets his sign, brings the 1-0 pitch to the plate. Inside, ball 2. Alvarado jackknifes out of the way a little. 2-0 the count. Grace 2 steps off of first. Wine and the pitch on the way, and that one crushed to right field, but way foul. 2-1 now the count. That was hit to the backside of the berm there on the right side. That one had some power behind it. 2-1 the count on the left fielder. Ball 3. Williamson with a pretty good outing so far. He's only given up 2 hits. 3, excuse me. Wine and the pitch on the way. And it was fouled off on the left side. Count full, 3-2. Williamson giving up that 3rd hit this inning. That the leadoff single to Colby Grace. Had not given up a hit since the 2nd inning. Count full, he brings it to the plate. Strike 3 called, got Alvarado looking. 2 away for the Gherkins here. That is the 5th strikeout for Williamson. 1 in the 1st, all 3 in the 4th, and now 1 here in the 5th. Jaden Williamson having a night. Colby Grace still hanging out on first base. Lucas Ware to the plate. Takes a look at the first pitch outside, ball 1. Jaden looks in, delivers, low and outside, ball 2. Richards came up out of the crouch and acted like he was going to fire down to first base. Grace got back quickly. Gets a couple step lead there off the plate. That pitch just catches the outside corner, 2-1. Ware with the bat on his shoulder, stands ready, looks at the 2-1. Low ball 3, 3 balls and 1 strike. 2 outs here in the bottom of the 5th. Gherkins still looking to push one across. Find themselves down 4-0. Williamson comes set. The 3-1 pitch on the way. Inside, ball 4. So with that walk, Colby Grace will stroll down to second base. Lucas Ware checks in at first, courtesy of the walk. We're going to flip the lineup over another time. That'll bring up Jacob Maben. Got ourselves a small conference out on the mound. Looks like Williamson's going to stay in, and really probably should. 4 2/3 under his belt so far, looking to close out the 5th inning. He is facing a threat, runners on first and second, but he does have 2 down. Jacob Maben in for his 3rd at-bat, bounced out to Williamson in the 1st and lined out to the second baseman back in the 3rd. First pitch of this at-bat on the way. Whoa, high and tight, ball 1. Maben having to duck out of the way of that one. Steps out, collects himself, adjusts the batting gloves, and steps back in. Williamson brings the 1-0 to the plate, and that one's fouled off to the right-hand side, back behind us. 1-1 now the count. Lights have now come on here at Walker Stadium. Wind and the 1-1 pitch on the way. That one fouled off again on the right-hand side and behind us. 1-2 on the Gherkins center fielder. Again, our umpires tonight, Gherkins pitcher Mickey Thompson calling balls and strikes tonight and honestly doing a really good job of it. Intern Ben is the infield umpire out there. Picklebot 8008 being given the night off. Well deserved. Williamson comes set, wind, and the 1-2 pitch on the way. Again, fouled off on the right side. This time off the tone pole. Count stays at 1-2. Gherkins fans making some noise, trying to help their team put a rally together here. Mickey Thompson calls time, comes out and dusts off home plate. Returns to his position. Maben steps back in, looking at a 1-2 count. Williamson comes set, looks back at second base, delivers. Inside. Ball 2, 2-2. Williamson looking to get out of the inning, brings the 2-2 to the plate. Outside, ball 3, count now full. Maybe like something to hit here, maybe lay something into left center field, drive in a run, and get it to the wall, maybe 2. Wind and the 3-2 pitch on the way. That one back up the middle. Nice play by the second baseman over to first and in time for the out. Great play. Elliott snagging it cleanly at second base, over to Hart at first. 4-3, you're put out, and again, the GreyWolves escape without giving up a run. We move on to the top of the 6th inning, 4-0 Gresham.
Do you know the signs of stroke? Remember the acronym B FAST. B is for balance if you can't stand. E is for eyes if things are blurry. And F is for face if you got a little sag. And A is for arm if it starts to drag. S is for speech if you slur what you say. Call 911 and call right away. T is for time and the time is now. Be fast. B-E-F-A-S-T. Sing along at ohsu.edu/BeFast.
Iceland and Portland both love vodka and flexing their weird muscles. I said weird muscles, not beard muscles. Down, boys. There we go. Good beard.
Great color vodka.
All right, fans, we are back. Moving on to the top of the 6th inning. Bryant Rayburn out for his 3rd inning of work. Bryant going to start out the inning facing off against Derek Seneker, followed by Andrew Gherkins and Garrett Moen. Seneker's had 2 plate appearances. He's been hit by a pitch and has walked. First pitch to him this at-bat, and he knocks it over to the shortstop. Field cleanly. No, not fielded cleanly by Stevens. Looked like he had it, couldn't find it, though. E6. Seneker's just going to get on base every way possible without getting credit for a hit tonight. Stevens had a shot at that, just couldn't field it cleanly. So Andrew Gherkins now to the plate with one on, nobody out. Rayburn to the plate. Fouled off to the right side. 0-1 the count. Gherkins 1 for 2 on the afternoon, an RBI single in the second, and flew out to the center fielder back in the fourth. Rayburn looks in. It's a sign from Ware, comes set. Brings the 0-1 to the plate. Big swing and a miss, strike 2. Seneker takes his lead off first. 1 step, 2 steps, almost 3 full steps. Rayburn really hasn't paid him much attention. 0-2 pitch to the plate. Low and outside. Ball 1. Lucas Ware getting a workout behind the plate tonight. Doing a nice job stopping that one, keeping it in front of him. Seneker had to stay at first. Again, Derek, couple step lead off of first base. Rayburn brings the 1-2 to the plate. Low and outside, ball 2. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Gherkins steps back in, taps home plate. Rayburn again comes set. 2-2 pitch on its way. Line to the shortstop. Nice play. Over to second for 1 and over to first. 6-4-3 double play. Nice job by the Gherkins defense there. 6-4-3. Stevens to Grace to Doughton. Well played. So that wipes Seneker off of first. Nobody on, 2 out. We flip the lineup, and Garrett Moen up for his 4th plate appearance this afternoon. First pitch to him, high, ball 1. Moen with an RBI single back in the second. Grounded out to first in the first and flew out to the center fielder in the 4th. Wind and the 1-0 pitch on the way. That catches a good part of the strike zone. 1-1. Rayburn looking for his first 1-2-3 inning here as he comes set. 1-1 pitch on the way. Swung on, and that is lifted out to left field. Alvarado giving chase and makes the catch. An unconventional 3 up, 3 down, but that'll be good enough for the Gherkins as they move on to the bottom of the 6th inning. They find themselves trailing 4-0.
Where'd you get that shirt? Dude, I got it from the Portland Pickles.
Portland Pickles? Where can I get that?
I got mine online. Some people also get it at the merch stand at the games.
What kind of stuff do they sell there?
Dude, they got shirts, hats, hoodies, jerseys, socks, stickers.
That's sick. I'm going to have to pick some up.
Hey, you definitely should.
Catch every new Portland Pickles and Wild Wild West League merch drop at pickleshop.com.
At Adventist Health Portland, we're partnering with OHSU to give our patients access to more specialists and more advanced care in more places than ever. Together, we can do so much more.
Iceland and Portland both love vodka and flexing their weird muscles. I said weird muscles, not beard muscles. Down, boys. There we go. Good beard.
Great color vodka.
All right, fans, we are back here at Walker Stadium, moving on to the bottom of the 6th inning. Gresham GreyWolves leading the Portland Pickles by a score of 4-0. New pitcher for the Gresham GreyWolves, number 26, Spencer McGuire. Spencer, a left-handed pitcher. Jaden Williamson had a great afternoon. 5 innings pitched, 3 hits, no runs, no errors, walked 3, two of them walked, 1 hit batter, and 5 strikeouts. He gives way to Spencer McGuire, though, who's going to face off with Adam Stevens to start the 6th inning here. Winding the first pitch on the way. Inside for a ball, ball 1. Stevens, the Gherkins shortstop, 1 for 2 on the afternoon, singled in the first, stole third eventually. Grounded out to the second baseman back in the 3rd inning. Wine and the 1-0 pitch on the way. High ball 2. 2 balls and no strikes. Quick worker on the mound. Pitch on the way, and that is lifted to right field. Gren settles under it and makes the catch. 1 away for the Gherkins. That'll bring up designated hitter number 11, Derek Maben. Maben 0 for 1 on the afternoon. Grounded out to the second baseman back in the 3rd and was hit by a pitch in his first plate appearance in the 1st. Ended up stealing 2nd that inning. And he looks the first pitch way inside, ball 1. 1-0. Maben coming into the game batting .231. Wind and the 1-0 pitch on the way. Also inside, ball 2. 2-0. Lefty comes set. Winds and the 2-0 on the way. Swung on and fouled at the plate. 2-1. McGuire steps back on the rubber. Looks in at his catcher, Richards. He delivers. That one lined over to third base, just past the reach of Stacy. Into left field for a single. Derek Maben with his first hit on the afternoon. So 1 on, 1 out for Matt Bergevin. Right fielder walked in the 1st inning and struck out looking in the 4th. He was the first of 3 strikeouts that inning for GreyWolves starter Jaden Williamson. But he's now facing Spencer McGuire, who brings the first pitch to the plate. Outside for a ball, ball 1. Bergevin batting .385 so far, or coming into this game this season. 11 RBIs and a couple home runs. Wind and the 1-0 pitch on the way. Line down the third base line. Foul. 1-1. Left fielder Ben Lead playing exceptionally deep. Wind and the 1-1 pitch on the way. Big swing and a miss from Matt. Strike 2. Cut through that off-speed pitch. So McGuire in the driver's seat right now. 1-2 the count, 1 away. Winds and deals. That is way outside. Ball 2. Nice stop by Richards. Had to get up out of his crouch and take a step towards first base to make that snag. Derek Maben lead off of first. Winding the pitch on the way. High and outside ball. 3. 3-2 now the count. Bergevin to take a walk if that's what's meant to be. Did back in the first. Maben extends his lead off first base. The pitch on the way. Fouled off on the right-hand side and out of play. Count remains full, 3-2. One out here as we play in the bottom of the 6th. GreyWolves up 4-0. 3-2 pitch on its way. Swung on and lifted to center field, but Moen there makes the play. And Derek Maben going to have to head back to first base. So Bergevin flies out to Moen in center field, and that's going to bring up third baseman Justin Herzog. Herzog 0 for 2 so far this evening with a pair of strikeouts. McGuire comes set, brings one to the plate. That one skied to center field. Moen coming racing in, and he makes the catch again. And that will retire the side. No runs, 1 hit, no errors, and 1 runner left on. We move to the 7th inning. It's still the GreyWolves 4, the Gherkins nothing.
Where'd you get that shirt?
Dude, I got it from the Portland Pickles.
Portland Pickles. Where can I get that?
I got mine online. Some people also get it at the merch stand at the games.
What kind of stuff do they sell there?
Dude, they got shirts, hats, hoodies, jerseys, socks, stickers.
That's sick. I'm gonna have to pick some up.
Hey, you definitely should.
Catch every new Portland Pickles and Wild Wild West League merch drop at pickleshop.com.
Iceland and Portland both love vodka and flexing their weird muscles. I said weird muscles, not beard muscles. Down, boys. There we go. Good beard.
Great color vodka.
All right, fans, welcome back. We are headed to the top of the 7th inning, and you know, I've got to say, in all of my weeks of baseball announcing, I've never seen anything like this. We have a pinch umpire, Picklebot, now being called in to call balls and strikes. And I thought we were going to have Mickey Thompson out umpiring in the field, but it looks like that's still intern Ben out there. We do have a new pitcher for the Gherkins, number 15, Carl Rumbaugh. His first pitch, a ball. Wind in the 1-0 pitch. Also outside for a ball. Ball 2. 2 balls and no strikes to Ethan Stacy. Stacy 2 for 3 on the afternoon. Pitch on the way. Low and outside. Ball 3. 3 balls and no strikes. Stacy singled back in the first and singled in the 5th. Came around to score both times. Active afternoon for the GreyWolves third baseman. Wind and the pitch on the way. Ball 4. So Stacy with a 4-pitch walk. That'll bring up left fielder Ben Lead. Lead 0 for 1 on the afternoon. Reached on an error back in the 3rd and hit into a fielder's choice back in the 5th. Rumbaugh winds, delivers. Outside, ball 1. Rayburn ended up going 3 innings for the Gherkins. Wide in the pitch. That looks in there. 1-1 now the count. Lead steps back in. He digs in. Stacy with the lead at first. Pitch on the way. Little high and outside. Ball 2. 2-1. Lead looking for his first hit on the afternoon. Stacy lead at first. Little high. Ball 3. Can't really tell whether it's the fans or the teams getting a little raucous about Picklebot 8008's calls right now. 3-1 pitch on the way. Low and inside, ball 4. Back-to-back walks from Carl Rumbaugh. Ethan Stacy moves down to second base. Ben on at first. That's going to bring up the extra hitter for the GreyWolves tonight, Cade Christ. Christ with a walk, a sacrifice fly, and reached on an error his last at-bat in the 5th. 2 on, nobody out. GreyWolves threatening once again. Rumbaugh comes to the plate. Swing and a miss by Chris. Strike 1. Rumbaugh really could use a strikeout here. Double play'd be twice as nice. Still looking for his first out here in the 7th as he brings the 0-1 pitch to the plate. Ooh, surprise call there. Looked a little low and inside. Picklebot deemed that a strike. 0-2 on the GreyWolves extra hitter. Rumbaugh looks back at second base, brings it to the plate. Swung on and fouled off to the right-hand side, out of play. Count stays 0-2. Intern Ben having to wander over to the dugout and play fetch for some baseballs. It's the one thing about Picklebot. Picklebot is not good at the sport of baseball, does not catch or throw particularly well at all. It's one of the only deficiencies. We're hoping in the 9,000 model we can make that a thing, but that remains to be seen. Maybe next season. Rumbaugh looks in. The 0-2 pitch on the way. Looked like it was over the plate. Strike. Overruled by intern Ben on the field. Count is at 1-2. It is just chaos here at Walker Stadium tonight. Half-assed streaker, a pinch umpire, and now this. I don't even know what to say other than Rumbaugh gets set and brings the 1-2 to the plate. That one definitely inside, ball 2. So the fun thing now is we have fans calling balls and strikes. We have both teams calling balls and strikes, and we have Picklebot calling balls and strikes, and nobody agrees. Wind and the 2-2 pitch on the way. Swung on and missed. No doubt about that one. Strike 3. Cade Christ returns to the dugout. That's going to bring up the first baseman, Zach Hart. Ethan Stacy still on at second base. Ben Lead still on at first. Hart with a chance to do some more damage for the GreyWolves here. Wind and the first pitch on the way. That looked good, and it was strike 1. Picklebot's using a couple generation old Snapdragon chipset, and so sometimes his call's a little bit slow, but that's all right. Wind and the 0-1 pitch on the way. Strike 2. Zach Hart with an 0-2 count now. Gresham still with a 4-0 lead, looking to blow it open here in the top of the 7th. Wind and the 0-2 pitch on the way. A little bit off the plate. Ball 1, 1-2. Another thing that we're hoping for in the Picklebot 9000 upgrade is the actual punch out, the actual physical motion of the umpire punching out the batter. Again, possibly next season. We'll see if it's in the budget. 1-2 pitch on the way. Low and outside, ball 2. Nice stop by Lucas Ware again. Two and 2 the count on the GreyWolves first baseman. Wines, delivers. Swung on and missed. Strike 3. Back-to-back strikeouts now for Carl Rumba. Carl started out the inning by walking the first 2 batters he faced and has now come back and struck out the next 2. Threat still looms. Runners on first and second. Now 2 outs.
Next up for the GreyWolves, catcher number 15, Max Richards.
Max Richards now to the plate. Richards 1 for 2 on the afternoon. Has been to the plate 3 times. Was hit by a pitch in the 3rd. Struck out looking in the 2nd and singled back in the 5th. Steps in from the left side, the wind, and the first pitch on the way. Yeah, that caught too much of the plate to not be a strike. 0-1. Couple practice swings by Richard. The pitch to the plate, swung on, and that is lifted into shallow left field, and holy cow, Derek Maben again coming in, finding that and making an impressive diving play in shallow left center field. That will retire the side. No runs, no hits, no errors, and 2 runners left. Fans, it's time to stretch. We move on to the bottom of the 7th. Still 4-0 Gresham.
Do you know the signs of stroke? Remember the acronym Be Fast. B is for balance if you can't stand. E is for eyes if things are blurry. And F is for face if you got a little sag. And A is for arm if it starts to drag. S is for speech if you slur what you say. Call 911 and call right away. T is for time and the time is now. Be fast. B-E-F-A-S-T. Sing along at ohsu.edu/BeFast.
Where'd you get that shirt?
Dude, I got it from the Portland Pickles.
Portland Pickles? Where can I get that?
I got mine online. Some people also get it at the merch stand at the games.
What kind of stuff do they sell there?
Dude, they got shirts, hats, hoodies, jerseys, socks, stickers.
That's sick. I'm gonna have to pick some up.
Hey, you definitely should.
Catch every new Portland Pickles and Wild Wild West League merch drop at Pickle Shop.
Makes Wickles pickles so sinfully satisfying, we source only the finest ingredients, including a custom blend of spices that's been a family secret for over 90 years. So when you're ready to get wicked, pick up a jar of defiantly wholesome Wickles. Wickedly
Iceland and Portland both love vodka and flexing their weird muscles. I said weird muscles, not beard muscles. Down, boys. There we go. Good beard.
Break a vodka.
At Adventist Health Portland, we're partnering with OHSU to give our patients access to more specialists and more advanced care in more places.
Welcome back, baseball fans. Hope you are stretched out as we move on to the bottom of the 7th inning. Gresham GreyWolves 4-0 lead. They pushed across 1 run in the first inning, 2 in the second, and then 1 more in the 5th. For the Gherkins, it's been zeros across the board, a stretch they are hoping to end here as Kane Kianis comes to the plate. He looks at the first pitch from Spencer McGuire, and that is ruled a ball, ball 1. Kane 0 for 2 on the afternoon. Struck out his last time up in the 4th. Grounded out to the shortstop. His first time to the plate. 1-0 on the way. Ruled a strike, 1-1. Seems no matter what Pickles' bot call is, somebody's going to complain about it tonight. 1-1 pitch on the way. Low ball 2. 2 balls and 1 strike. McGuire looks in. He deals. Swung on and fouled off the right tone pole. Count goes to 2-2. Gherkins fans again starting to make some noise, trying to spur their team on to a rally here. Only down 4 as McGuire brings the 2-2 to the plate. And strike 3 called. Kane struck out looking. 1 away here for the Gherkins in the bottom of the 7th, and that's going to bring up second baseman Colby Grace. Grace 1 for 2 on the afternoon, a single back in the 5th. Grounded out to the second baseman, 4-3 back in the 2nd. Gherkins have had a few hits on the afternoon, just haven't been able to string them together in the same inning. First pitch on the way from McGuire, catches the inside part of the plate for a strike, 0-1. Wind and the 0-1 pitch on the way. Swung on, and that is hammered to left field. Drifting back on that Ben lead, and he makes the catch. 2 away now for the Gherkins. Crowd seeming to get a little unruly down there on the party deck. I'm a little worried for Picklebot, actually. We may have to look into getting a new one. Fans might disassemble him in the rage they're feeling. Hopefully cooler heads will prevail. John Taylor to the plate. Takes first pitch outside, ball 1. Taylor pinch hit for Caden Doughton back in the 5th inning. Flew out in foul territory to the third baseman as he hammers the second pitch. That is drilled foul out on the berm in right field. Might have actually had the distance to go if he'd straightened that out. Would have been close. Would have been warning track at least. Instead, now he's looking at a 1-1 count. Nobody on, 2 outs here in the bottom of the 7th. Taps the plate as he steps in. 1-1 pitch on the way. High and inside, ball 2. 2 balls and 1 strike. I'm not sure if the fans are lobbying for what they think the call is going to be or if they're just guessing. I'm really unsure the game going on down there, but 2-1 pitch fouled off on the right side. Third baseman Stacy gives chase, but that is out of play. 2-2 on John Taylor. Playing first base tonight. Or excuse me, second base tonight. He's playing one of the 9 positions out there. Wind to the 2-2 pitch on the way. Ball 3 just off the plate, 3-2. McGuire looking to see if he can make it a 1-2-3 inning as he brings the 3-2 pitch to the plate. Knocked to the second baseman, Elliott. Over to Hart, but Hart couldn't find the handle on it. The throw was low, and John Taylor on at first base. That's going to go E4.
Next up for the Gherkins, number 6, Sean Alvarado.
Sean Alvarado, the left fielder, to the plate. Alvarado 1 for 2 on the afternoon, a single and a strikeout. See if they're going to send John Taylor here with 2 outs, maybe put a run game into effect. Wind and the first pitch on the way. Outside, ball 1. Taylor about 2 steps off of first base. Wind and the 1-0 pitch on the way. Low and in the dirt. Ball 2. You know, I'm going to jump out ahead of time and say ball or strike ahead of the Picklebot, and we'll be proven wrong. So I should probably just reel that in some. 2-0 the count. Pitch on the way. Looked like it was going to be strike 1. Thought Taylor was going to take off on that pitch. He was dancing off of first base quite a ways, but he thought better of it. Probably would have made it, though. 2-1 the count. Pitch on the way. Big swing and a miss from Alvarado. Count goes to 2-2. Gherkins just looking to string a couple hits and a couple walks together. Played a run here. Runner on first, 2 away. McGuire with the 2-2 pitch. Swung on and lifted to left field. Third baseman going out. That is Lead making the catch again for out number 3. So for the Gherkins, no runs, no hits, no errors. Or excuse me, 1 error and 1 runner left. We move on to the 8th. Still 4-0 GreyWolves.
At Adventist Health Portland, we're partnering with OHSU to give our patients access to more specialists and more advanced care in more places than ever. Together, we can do so much more.
Do you know the signs of stroke? Remember the acronym, be fast. B is for balance if you can't stand. E is for eyes if things are blurry. And F is for face if you got a little sag. And A is for arm if it starts to drag. S is for speech if you slur what you say. Call 911 and call right away. T is for time and the time is now. Be fast. B-E-F-A-S-T. Sing along at ohsu.edu/befast.
Where'd you get that shirt?
Dude, I got it from the Portland Pickles.
Portland Pickles? Where can I get that?
I got mine online. Some people also get it at the merch tent at the games.
What kind of stuff do they sell there?
Dude, they got shirts, hats, hoodies, jerseys, socks, stickers.
That's sick. I'm gonna have to pick some up.
Hey, you do.
All right, fans, we are back here at Walker Stadium. Moving on to the top of the 8th. GreyWolves 4, Gherkins nothing, and Carl Rumbaugh on the mound for the Gherkins. Winds and delivers. That one looked good, and it was. Strike 1 on Chase Elliott, second baseman. Chase still looking for his first hit on the night. Reached on a fielder's choice back in the 5th. Wind and the 0-1 on the way. That one lifted to center field. Right field, excuse me, and that is the right fielder Bergevin ranging over to make the play. 1 away. Designated hitter Nick Illian to the plate now. He comes up here in the 8th with nobody on and 1 out. First pitch on the way to him, and that is lined up the middle and through for a base hit. Ranging over was Grace, but could not make the play on that. That was a hard hit up the middle. Now we're going to credit Nick with a single on that. 1 on, 1 away. Top of the 8th. Well, fans, if you weren't able to make it out to Walker Stadium tonight, you've got 2 chances to join us tomorrow. The Gresham GreyWolves are taking on the Rosebuds at 3:35. And then in the nightcap, it's going to be the Gherkins taking on the Wild Bills. That game starts at 7:05. First pitch to Derek Seneker, fouled off on the left side, 0-1. Seneker returns to the plate, grabs his bat from the catcher Lucas Ware. Nick takes his lead at first. Rumbaugh comes set, delivers. Nick, did not take off for second. That pitch was a ball, 1-1. Rumbaugh brings the 1-1 to the plate. That one looked pretty. 1-2 the count. Seneca's been hit by a pitch, reached on a walk, and reached on an error. Still looking for his first hit. Wind and the pitch on the way. That one outside. Snap throw down to first base by Lucas Ware. Nick able to get back safely. Wind and the 2-2 pitch on the way. That one popped to the right side. Going out the second baseman. Not able to get it. Grace ranged out and made a diving play for that just past his outstretched glove. Seneca's going to get a hit for that. That'll move Nick Ilian down to second base. So 2 on, 1 out. Andrew Gherkins at the plate. Wind and the first pitch to Gherkins. Swing and a miss. Strike 1 out in front of that pitch. Steps out, collects himself, now steps back in. Takes a practice cut. Rumbaugh looks back at second, delivers. Strike 2 called. 0-2 the count. Nice pitch by Rumbaugh. That one fell off the ledge as it hit home plate. In the driver's seat, 0-2. And he get Gherkins to swing and miss for a strikeout. Strike 3. 2 away here for the GreyWolves in the top of the 8th inning. That's going to bring up center fielder Garrett Moen. This will be Moen's 5th plate appearance tonight. He is 1 for 4 so far with a single and an RBI. Wind and the first pitch on the way. Low and outside, ball 1. Rumbaugh doesn't waste any time. He comes set, looks back at second, winds, delivers. Nice pitch on the inside part of the plate, 1-1. Picklebot 8008 getting heckled from the crowd. That one hit to center field. Maben drifts back, settles under it, and makes the catch. 3rd out recorded. No runs, 2 hits, no errors, and nobody left on base. We move to the bottom of the 8th, still 4-0 GreyWolves.
What makes Wickles Pickles so sinfully satisfying? We source only the finest ingredients, including a custom blend of spices that's been a family secret for over 90 years. So when you're ready to get wicked, pick up a jar of defiantly wholesome Wickles. Wickedly delicious.
Where'd you get that shirt? Dude, I got it from the Portland Pickles.
Portland Pickles? Where can I get that?
I got mine online. Some people also get it at the merch stand at the games.
What kind of stuff do they sell there?
Dude, they got shirts, hats, hoodies, jerseys, socks, stickers.
That's sick. I'm going to have to pick some up.
Hey, you definitely should.
Catch every new Portland Pickles and Wild Wild West League merch drop at pickleshop.com.
All right, fans, welcome back to Halloween Night Do-Over 2020 here at Walker Stadium. Gresham GreyWolves currently have a 4-0 lead on the Gherkins. As we move on to the bottom of the 8th inning, we're going to start out with catcher Lucas Ware leading us off. Line in the first pitch to Ware. Low ball 1. 1-0 the count. So another update from Walla Walla, the Portland Pickles, the visiting team out there, currently ahead 4-1 as they move to the 8th inning. Second pitch hammered to the right side. Second baseman ranging over, and Elliott's under it to make the out. 1 away here. Bottom of the 8th. It's going to bring up Jacob Mabin. Mabin 0 for 3 on the afternoon, looking to get the ball out of the infield this at bat if possible. Wine in the first pitch to him. Lined it to the right side, and it is through for a base hit. He does indeed get it through the infield. 1 out single for the Gherkins center fielder. 1 on, 1 out. It's going to bring up shortstop Adam Stevens. Stevens 1 for 3 on the afternoon, singled in the first inning. Also stole third. Gherkins going to try and put together a rally, at least get some of those runs back. Bunt laid down and perfectly in front of the plate. Good throw down to first base. Nicely fielded by Richards. 2-3 the put out on the fielder's choice. On the play, though, Mabin does get down to second base. It was a really nice bunt attempt by Stevens, really deadened the ball out there. But Richards popped out from behind the plate really quickly, able to field that cleanly and fired off the shot down to Hart at first base. Nice play. So the Gherkins now with 2 outs have Derek Mabin at the plate. He looks at the first offering and offers at it and hits it over to the shortstop, who fields that one cleanly over to first in time. Seneker to Hart. 6-3 the put out, and that is it for the Gherkins in the 8th. Fans, we're going to move on to the 9th inning. Gresham 4, Gherkins nothing.
Do you know the signs of stroke? Remember the acronym, be fast. B is for balance if you can't stand. E is for eyes if things are blurry. And F is for face if you got a little sag. And A is for arm if it starts to drag. S is for speech if you slur what you say. Call 911 and call right away. T is for time and the time is now. Be fast. B-E-F-A-S-T. Sing along at ohsu.edu/befast.
All right, fans, we have moved on to the top of the 9th inning here at Walker Stadium. Our score still 4-0 GreyWolves. Kyle Rumbaugh out to work his 3rd inning of relief this evening. He's going to face off with Ethan Stacy. Stacy fouls off the first pitch into the netting behind him. 0-1 the count. Stacy with a pair of singles and runs scored, a walk also to his credit this afternoon. Wind and the 0-1 pitch on the way, and that one will rocketed down the right-hand side over the netting and into the berm. I don't know what's going on here at Walker Stadium. All of a sudden, it's a sing-along now. The 0-2 pitch on its way. Over to the third base side. Herzog tries to make the basket catch in and out of the glove. E5. Ethan Stacy now on at first base. Nobody can yell at Picklebot about that. Ben Lead now steps into the plate, and the fans here might be done singing the Cranberries song. For those of you who don't remember that song, I don't blame you. You're not old. Runner on first, nobody out. And the first pitch from Rumbaugh ruled a strike. 0-1. Rumbaugh comes set, 0-1 pitch on the way. Off the plate outside, ball 1. Gherkins going to look for a rally in the bottom of the ninth. They're going to send Bergevin, Herzog, and Kianis to the plate in hopes of spurring something on. 1-1 pitch outside, gets off the glove of Lucas Ware to the backstop, and that allows Stacy to skitter on down to second base. Wild pitch on that one. Two and one the count to Ben Lead. Ooh. A little bit off the plate somewhere. 3-1. Was a little low outside, inside, and high. Rumbaugh looks in. 3-1 pitch on the way. Fouled off the tone pole on the right side. 3-2. Stacy still hanging out at second base. Rumbaugh looking to get the first out here in the ninth inning. Single from Lead would probably score a run here. Pitch on the way. Outside, ball 4. So Rumbaugh loses lead. Runners on first and second. Nobody out. That's going to bring up extra hitter Cade Christ. Fans having a great time out at Walker Stadium here. I don't know what's going on down there, but they seem to be enjoying themselves. First pitch on the way from Rumbaugh. Low, ball 1. Christ has an RBI sacrifice fly back in the first inning. Has drawn a walk, has struck out, and has reached on an error. Pitch on the way. Low and outside, ball 2. 2-0 on the GreyWolves extra hitter. Outfielders playing straight up. 2-0 pitch on the way. Swung on and missed by Christ. 2-1 now the count. We now have a zombie version of zombies going on in the stand as that pitch is crushed to left field. That one is going. It is gone. 3-run home run for Cade Christ. And the GreyWolves have blown it open here in the top of the ninth. 3 runs in to score. 7-0 Gresham. Well, you know, sometimes a batter gets all of it, and sometimes a batter gets all of it. And he got all of that one. There was pretty much no question off the bat. It was just a matter of whether or not it was going to stay fair. And it did. So 3 more RBIs for Cade Christ, who's driven in a total of 4 today. So Zach Hart now comes to the plate. Base is clean and nobody out. Rumba's going to be left out there to finish this inning one way or the other, it looks like. First pitch to Zach Hart. Off the plate, ball 1. Second pitch looks to be low and outside, and it is ball 2. 2-0. 3-0, excuse me. I missed a pitch in there somewhere. Wind and the 3-0 on the way. Low and outside, ball 4. Well, that was quick.
Next up, catcher number 15, Max Richards.
Yeah, there is no action whatsoever in the Pickles bullpen. This one's going to be hung on Carl, it looks like. Runner at first, nobody out, 7-0 Gresham. First pitch from Rumbaugh. That's in there for a strike. 0-1. Max Richards, the catcher, currently at the plate. Max was robbed by an amazing play. Swing and a miss. Strike 2. Was robbed by an amazing play by Jacob Maben out in center field back in the 7th inning. He's now looking at an 0-2 count with nobody out and a runner on first. Carl comes set and deals. Weak swing and a miss, strike 3. So Richards down on strikes for the second time this afternoon. That's going to bring up second baseman Chase Elliott. Elliott reached on a fielder's choice back in the 5th. He looks at the first pitch from Rumbaugh. Catches the low part of the zone for a strike, 0-1. Oh, 1 pitch on its way, swung on, and that is lifted to left field. Shortstop ranging out. Stevens settles under it, makes the play, 2 away. So Elliott pops out to the shortstop, and that is going to bring up designated hitter Nick Illian. Illian singled his last time up here in the 8th. So he looks at an inside pitch, ball 1. That one gets away from Lucas Ware, and Zach Hart slowly saunters down to second. So GreyWolves with another runner in scoring position. 2 down here in the top of the 9th. Wind and the pitch on the way. Catches the inside part of the plate for a strike. 1-1. Rumbaugh looking to get out of this inning without giving up anything more. He winds and delivers. Strung on and laced down the left field line. Foul. 1-2. Rumbaugh just needs one more strike here to get out of this inning, bring his team up to hopefully rally in the bottom of the 9th. That pitch low and inside, and looks like Zach Hart was running on the pitch, and they're going to give him a stolen base on that. He probably would have made that whether Lucas had been able to field that cleanly or not. So credit a stolen base to the GreyWolves first baseman. Runner on third, 2-2 pitch on the way. Outside, ball 3, 3-2. Rumbaugh winds and delivers, swung on, and that is hit down the left field line, just foul. Couldn't have been more than maybe a foot foul on the left side. Instead, we're going to reset. Zach Hart's going to return back to third base, and Illian's going to pick up his bat. Return to the plate with the count full. Free baseballs are the best baseballs. 3-2 the count. Low and inside, ball 4. So Rumbaugh loses Illian to first.
Next up, number 12, GreyWolves shortstop Derek Seneker.
So that's going to bring Derek Seneker back to the plate. Seneker, the 8th batter to the plate this evening, and taps the first pitch out to left field. Alvarado under it and makes the catch, and that will finally do it. GreyWolves get 3 more. It is now 7-0. Last try for the Gherkins. We're going to head to the bottom of the 9th.
Where'd you get that shirt? Dude, I got it from the Portland Pickles.
Portland Pickles? Where can I get that?
I got mine online. Some people also get it at the merch tent at the games.
What kind of stuff do they sell there?
Dude, they got shirts, hats, hoodies, jerseys, socks, stickers.
That's sick. I'm gonna have to pick some up.
Hey, you definitely should.
Catch every new Portland Pickles and Wild Wild West League merch drop at pickleshop.com.
Do you know the signs of stroke? Remember the acronym Be Fast. B is for balance if you can't stand. E is for eyes if things are blurry. And F is for face if you got a little sag. And A is for arm if it starts to drag. S is for speech if you slur what you say. Call 911 and call right away. T is for time and the time is now. Be fast. B-E-F-A-S-T. Sing along at ohsu.edu/BeFast.
All right, fans, we are back, and it is rally time for the home team. Gherkins needing 7 to tie, 8 to win. Let's see what happens. Spencer McGuire's first pitch to Matt Bergevin swung on and missed, strike one. McGuire brings the next pitch to the plate, and Bergevin smacks that one foul on the right-hand side. Story of the game really has to be the pitching of the Gresham GreyWolves this afternoon. Jaden Williamson with a great start today, and McGuire is pretty much just taken over from there. 0-2 pitch on the way. Swung on and poked foul again on the right side. That one out on the berm. Count remains 0-2. Jaden Williamson, the starter for the GreyWolves, went 5 innings, gave up 3 hits, no runs, and struck out 5. McGuire's wide, and the 0-2 pitch on the way, swung on, and that is ripped into right field, and right at Gherkins. Makes the play on that, one away. So if that rally's going to start for the Gherkins, they should probably start working on that soon. Justin Herzog to the plate. 0 for 3 on the afternoon. Looks at a first pitch strike from McGuire, 0-1. Herzog with a pair of strikeouts and a fly out to center as he fouls off the second pitch on the right side, 0-2. When McGuire's been working without anybody on base, he has not been wasting any time. Stands tall on the mound and brings the 0-2 pitch to the plate. Caught the inside corner, strike 3. Herzog with his 3rd strikeout this evening, the first one looking. Pickles down to their last out now. So, pinch hitter Shane Takla. So he takes the first pitch and lines it to the third baseman, Stacy. Rolls it over to first base, and that will end the game. Talca on a bouncer over to the third baseman, Stacy, who fires it over to Hart, and that is your ball game, folks. Gresham GreyWolves hang on. They win this one 7-0. Thanks for joining us, fans. Hopefully you can join us here back tomorrow at the stadium. We got games starting at 3:35, excuse me, from Walker Stadium. Thanks for joining us. GreyWolves 7, Gherkins 0.